It's time for the Outlandish podcast with Heather. That's me and Jodi and Tracy and Julie. I feel like we haven't done this in a while, and guess what? We haven't done this in a while.
You're
That is
right.
true.
You are correct. Happy end of August.
Hi, I'm Heather, and tonight I'll be stating the opposite. Obvious. So we said that we would take a little break and that we'd come back and we would rewatch episodes 7 and 8 of Outlander Blood of My Blood as we get ready for season 2 to premiere on Stars coming up on September 18th, which is less than a month away now. And so we have 2 episodes to go over. They're big episodes with a lot of stuff in them and a lot of things happening and setting us up for the final 2. But in rewatching, we were just talking a little bit off the air and talking a little bit about how we're feeling about this show as we head into the new season. So, if you ladies want to share a little bit about that before we start talking about the actual episodes.
I am looking forward to the next season. I'm looking forward to, do Henry and Julia go back? Do Brian and Ellen escape? Or are they, clawed back in some way? I mean, we know a little bit about their history, but I mean, broad strokes, right? We don't know specifics.
But
And
how are you feeling about the show in general? Are you
yeah,
feeling that, like, all right, am I watching this just because it's Outlander related, or do I actually really like it?
yeah. And I think I'm still watching it because it's Outlander related.
Okay.
And I would like to reserve the right to fall in love with it in the future, but I'm not there yet. I haven't fallen in love with the show yet.
Okay. What about you, Tracy? Do you feel like you fell in love?
So I do. It's like the music comes on. I love the intro. I love all of the scenery. I love that we're back in Scotland. I don't know if it's because it makes me feel like it's Outlander, but either way, I like the characters. I'm interested in the story. And, even though we know a little bit about Jamie's parents, I think it's really, really special to watch it unfold. And the storyline with Julia and Henry, I think, is just something really interesting. And I'm just really curious as to where they go with that. And, you were saying, like, do they go back? Like, I mean, I don't think they go back because they don't ever go back to Claire. They might travel, but I don't know
Right,
where they're going.
right.
Or maybe they stay here. I have no idea, but I guess we'll find out more this season. So I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
How about you, Jody? You feeling that you're in love with Blood of My Blood or no?
So I'm like Julie, but I'm a little farther along with loving it. I think these past 2 episodes was when I fell in love with it. These were 2 of my favorite episodes. And so I think that I was watching it just because it was Outlander related and I was trying to find the synergies and Outlander and Blood of My Blood. And now I've crossed over into, okay, I'm invested, but it took me until now to get
Mm,
there.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because, like we're saying, Ellen and Brian, we know they end up together. We know that they have a romance together that lasts and they have children and they are deeply in love with each other. Even after she's gone, he pines for her. So the unknown is the Henry and Julia part. And so I think that that's really interesting. I was paying a lot of attention this time around to the baby William and thinking a lot about how he's going to come into play and is he Willie, that
hmm.
Brian and Ellen
Could
take.
be.
Right.
Or did Brian and Ellen just name their son William after things that are about to
Mm.
happen? So all those unknowns are actually really exciting to me. And it feels to me like the start of a relationship where I'm excited and I smell the cologne and I like it. And, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the tingles again.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I'm
kind
as excited for this premiere as any season of Outlander, so that says a lot.
It
yeah.
does.
Like,
Yeah.
and that to me, that's where, like, there are lots of shows that come, and the second season's coming or whatever. But this one, I'm like, I know the date, I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be watching it when it
Right. All right. So episode 7 is called Luceo Non Uro. That's how you say it. And which means shine, not burn. Correct. And it's the Mackenzie motto for the
Yes.
Mackenzie clan. And so that's where that comes from. And basically what we see here is I love the part where at one point Colum makes a realization that Ellen is just like her dad and she is going to have a plan within a plan and there's another plan and it frightens him at the same time, but he also realizes that he can use it for good. And so when she goes out to go say, I'm going to go find Dougal and I'm going to go try and figure out if there's a Jacobite thing going on and I need to get away and who knows what. He has to let her go because he knows it's his only plan. And I love that about her.
She's so smart
Yeah.
and knows how to play them. And I think he realizes it in this episode that she's smarter than him. And he doesn't like it. And it shows on his face. Seamus, that's how we pronounce his real name.
Oh, yeah.
Who plays Colum. I love his face and like how dark and deep it is. And you can see you can see the wheels are turning and he's going, oh my God, like, how do I stop this? But I can't. And I loved his scenes. I thought they were dark and haunting and I hate his character. Not as much as I hate, Lord Lovett, but I really enjoyed like watching him know his sister got the better of him.
Yeah. He's a really good actor. I mean, for him to evoke those feelings in you where you really don't like him, I just think that he plays that character so well.
Most of the times when I've talked to actors before who play bad guys, they love it because it gives them a chance to truly act and be a person that they're not. And I remember talking to Jason Isaacs years ago when he starred in The Patriot, Mel Gibson, and he was such a jerk. And I said to him, I go,
he was evil.
I said, I hate you. It's almost like a Blackjack in a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very similar characters where you're filled with such hate and you want them to meet a demise that hurts, And so I said to Jason, I said, I hate you. He goes, thank you. I've done my job,
That's a conversation for another day, Heather, that I need to grill you about all of that. That and your conversation with Brandy Carlisle.
Funny.
But what I think is interesting too about just about Colum, the elder Colum, is that he sort of shrouds his not shrewdness, but like his sort of more evil, calculating side in diplomacy, because I think he's grown into that role as Laird. But in his younger years, he can't hide it. He hasn't matured into that diplomat quite yet. So all you see is the calculating. So that is fun to watch.
Yeah.
The other part of this episode, of course, is the baptism. It's the double baptism.
Yes.
It's the wedding night. It's everything that Lord Lovett is just, first of all, we've talked about this before with Davina and Julia, and we just wanted them to be friends. And now that they're on the same team, that's so nice to have them on the same team. And even the plotting to, give him the spices. And so
it's so funny. And he loves it. That's like one of the funniest scenes. He's like, oh, this tastes very good. Different.
I agree.
Yeah,
but them
doing
sitting at the table and then the women are glancing at each other. And then he's like, tell Cook it's good.
Keep doing what you're doing.
We'll just keep loading it up.
Keep loading,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, some of that, scenes, they're pretty graphic, obviously, in full Outlander style, where, and you just have to laugh and that Julia's just doing whatever she can to survive and well done,
Yeah.
And again, though, like it's a callback to her daughter, Claire, in terms of like figuring out some way to solve her problem with herbs and medicines and, potions and things like that. I mean,
subterfuge.
So scientific and using all of these things. But like there's so many similarities between Claire and Julia, and in both of these episodes, I think you see a lot of that.
Yeah. And
Thinks quickly on her
Yeah.
feet, and she's really always, just trying to figure out how to, navigate this bad situation that she's in.
Yeah.
I think that that's what this episode was for me a lot, was showing the likenesses between characters older and
Mhm.
that we know already. It this relationship that Julia has with Lord Lovett actually reminds me a lot of Claire having to sleep with the King of France.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like I just gotta do it, and
gotta do it.
there's power in sex, and that's what women did back then.
Yeah.
Oh well, actually, we still do it now, don't we?
Yeah.
No comment.
Well, I watch a lot of television, so I've read about it. Whatever.
Watch a lot
Um,
of things like that.
yeah. Interesting introduction of a character named Rob Roy, who is famously in history, and
Mhm.
people have heard about him, or maybe you've just seen the Liam Neeson movie.
Or
Either
drinking a cocktail.
right, that too.
Rob Roy.
There's the bringing up of the Jacobites. So we all knew what Dougal was doing in Outlander. So now
Mhm.
we get to see Dougal and the origins of all of that and signing on with the Jacobites. I find it funny too, like back in the day, they were like, now you'd give someone a 20, like, yeah, I'll help out your cause before. And then in the 1700s, they're like, boom, here's my trunk
Yeah.
filled with
Right.
goodies.
Here's your dowry.
Right.
It's my chest of coins.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I do hope that they delve more into the politics in season
Well,
2.
I think they're going to, because I mean the end of I mean we'll talk about it, but I mean we can talk about just like the ending is that they they're calling for all of the Jacobites at the end. It's like Ellen and Brian are like standing there and they see all of those burning crosses,
Mhm.
like, and he's like, I gotta go join the
Right.
Jacobite. This is the first Jacobite rising, is
Right.
my guess, is that that's
Right.
what we're gonna see. And so
Yeah.
I do think that's gonna be pretty essential to
Yeah, I'm
this
excited.
season.
I'm excited about that.
Like I think we're gonna get some battle scenes, like, kind of like Culloden,
Yeah,
is
or
my
like
guess,
Preston
Yeah.
or
Pans.
something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe not as big as Culloden, because that was, kind of a really big one. But
Yeah, well, it's an interesting watch though, because like in Outlander, when there were battle scenes, you never knew if the characters would survive. We all have knowledge that
yeah,
Dougal
Brian's
will
gonna
make
live.
it.
Right.
Right.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Unless there's
Murta's
like
gonna
some
make
crazy.
it.
Right, they're all gonna
Exactly.
live.
Right.
They're all gonna live. But some of these smaller characters might not.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
They're the ones that are going to have to go. So,
I mean, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
interesting.
By the way, so I was listening to this episode in the car, and and you guys will have to go back and listen because I'm sure you didn't pick up on it because I didn't just watching it. Archbug's voice sounds a lot like Jamie Fraser.
What?
I know, it's crazy. And it
Hmm?
has nothing to do with anything, but it's the way he says words. So I want you to go back when you get a
Okay.
second
Close your
and
eyes.
listen to episode 7 when
Fascinating.
Archbug talks. It was crazy. I was like, "What?" I know. All right.
All right.
Okay.
And so that's your
That's
homework.
Okay.
And then what?
That's our
That's your
homework.
homework.
Oh, that's our homework. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I mean, I'll listen
Noted.
to anything that sounds like Jamie Fraser.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like
Right, exactly. I also noticed at one point, so Henry tells Ned that he plans to flee the Grants.
Yes.
mhm.
And Ned says to him, that's not possible.
Right.
They
You
will
don't do
never
that.
let you go.
Right.
You're gonna have to go somewhere really, really like far away that
And
they'll
Henry's like,
never
"I can
find
do
you.
that."
Yeah.
Right.
And so
Right.
watching that the second time around, I'm like, I mean, we all know he
Well,
makes a
he
run
thinks
for Craig
she's-
Nadoon,
But
right?
yeah, I mean, because he thinks she's dead and the baby's
Yeah.
dead. So
Right.
he's got nothing to live for in this time.
So, and then he's
So-
like, I have someone waiting for me. So
Yeah,
he has
sure.
every intention to go back.
Mhm.
Whether or not he makes it back, I don't know.
Right.
We are led to believe that they don't make it back because of Claire's story, right? That her parents
Right.
died.
I mean,
Right.
I just don't think, I mean, if they do, they never meet up with her again. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know where they wind up going.
We've talked about this before, and here's my question again, maybe because I was just thinking about it. So when you go through the stones, you're clearly thinking of somebody that brings you to a certain time. So why did Julia and Henry end up where they ended up?
I mean, sometimes like so actually episode 8 made me think that Julia has such a hand
Mm.
in Brian and Ellen's story that she she's almost like one of these people that brings them together.
So therefore bringing Jamie and her daughter together.
Correct.
I think it
And
was the
so I really do think I really think that in a weird way, she creates this for Claire.
wow. Or
That's
the
I mean,
interesting.
or the fairies create it for
But I'm
Claire,
just saying,
Right.
and they're using Julia in
right? Like,
that way, knowing that she has compassion and she's selfless. Because I mean,
and
the
when
things that she does in episode 8 to not go after Henry
oh yeah, she's
and be
like,
like,
I'm
no,
gonna stay with you.
I have a
And
mission,
Mhm.
essentially, I have a purpose and I need to follow through with it rather than find my husband.
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy.
some would
Yeah.
say though, then maybe even the accident that they suffered in order for them to be walking to find the stones
Mm,
was
yeah.
all part of a master plan somewhere.
I mean, I still think that like Master Raymond, and I
Mhm.
know this is gonna sound
Just
like
gonna
a
say
little
that.
hokey. Like I really feel like he's the one kind of making all of these things happen. And I know that Diana didn't write about Claire's parents, but I do think that the showrunners are gonna tie that all together, or at least that's my hope.
mm,
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I'm
He's the
not sure why
puppeteer.
you would bring them into this story.
Yeah. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah. And Henry obviously goes through the stones at that point because he went in after Julia, so he was
Yes.
drawn to
Right,
her.
Right.
But
right,
it's her mission that's still
Right.
interesting to me.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
what brought her there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's real. It really was. I mean, I feel like the second time watching this, I was sort of thinking about like if Ellen didn't pass the test, what could have, I mean, they were saying like the Grants would kill her or,
Right.
like who knows what would
Yeah.
have happened.
Right.
Um, yeah, I mean, it is really interesting.
Yeah. So episode 7, she's married now to Lord Lovett, and the priest is killed. So there's no record of the things that they did to finagle all that stuff. I did get a kick out of the two women that that were there for that birthing scene, and then they show up again to pay their
Oh, now
respects.
they're
And
so
Yeah.
nice,
the
Now,
right?
gossips,
yeah.
Right. It's like, oh, it's so different now when you're paying your respects and
Yeah. Yeah,
the nice
But I
exactly.
also loved how
call.
Lord Lovett expected a full house and no
Oh
one
my
came. What
gosh.
does
I
that
mean,
say?
Right.
He's the most non-self-aware person.
his delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Like
Yeah.
that is the definition of someone
Yes.
who has delusions of grandeur.
thinks
Like he
he
thinks that
thinks
he's
that
way more important than he is.
right, right.
And
Yeah.
Thinks
nobody
that
cares.
a bastard child that's not even his is going to be king.
I mean,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
But I love the scene between Brian, Julia, and the baby where he's like, he'll always have a friend in me or something, whatever that was. It could be that
Right. Might happen.
maybe they leave and the baby can't and they have to leave the baby with them. Like,
Right. There's little like trinkets. There's little signs.
Right.
The last episode 8, which I just finished watching just a little while ago, so it's very fresh in my head.
yeah.
Um, I wrote down what Julia is told by Ellen as a thank you for doing what she did.
What did she say?
She said, with gratitude and love forevermore.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, that has a lot of meaning to it because
Mhm.
there's going to be a chance for her to pay that back.
Repay
Yeah.
that favor.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that all 4 of them were in the same castle at the same time, I mean, that's bananas, right? You've got like Henry, Julia, Ellen, and Brian all in this
Hmm.
place at the same time, which is crazy.
and never all 4 together yet
No,
in
No.
one
no.
scene.
I mean, that one scene where he thinks he sees Julia, I mean, he actually does see Julia, but
Yeah.
he thinks that he
No,
sees
he
her.
thinks it's a.
I mean,
it's a
and first
vision.
of all, she looks like the girl with the pearl earrings.
She
She walks on by and like it's so pretty. And he's like, no, it can't be. And when he touches her face, I mean, and what did
I
she say? She's like, hope
loved.
springs eternal or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm like, and that's where it's like, it's a romantic story and they are very much in love. And it's
Yeah.
hard to not get caught up in that.
Right.
Um, and he's growing on me.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
when she
That's when it happens.
Right.
That's when
Mm.
that was my whole shift.
Yes, I agree. And when she finds his letter, there's a little bit. She's like, "Oh my God, there's hope that she's alive." And
Right.
then finding each other in the hallway. Do you realize that they go downstairs in Castle Leoc, which is very similar to where Claire's like little
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the
arboretum or
right,
whatever that is.
the
Our
apothecary.
Apothecary, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Arboretum.
Arboretum. I knew it was
yeah.
an A word.
And having to do with
Right,
natural
But really,
things.
where Column keeps her.
Oh, right.
She didn't
right,
really want to be
Right.
there.
Right.
Yeah. But I was
Right.
like, oh, and then the lights all behind him and stuff. I mean, and that's one of the things that I kind of like absolutely love about Blood of My Blood. It's like we've said, it's Scotland all over again. It's showing even Brian and Julia on the horses on that little path and having a conversation. And he's like, why don't you go find Henry? And she's like, no, I'm gonna help you
Yeah.
and go with you. But just I was looking at all the purple flowers around them and just it's so beautiful and green. And I'm like, oh, this is where I missed
Well, I
that the
mean,
And
show
that's
went
what
to
you're
America.
right. And
yeah,
that's what that's also part of what we fell in love with
Yes.
Outlander is that we fell in love with the landscape of Scotland.
Mm,
And we've all now, had the absolute privilege of being able to visit.
yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
definitely a huge part of the story for me is just
The scenery.
the scenery and
yeah,
just escaping into that landscape.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah.
It really is.
Before we get to the virtue test,
Mm.
Oh my.
I have a question about Mrs. Fitz.
Mm.
Okay.
Now Miss Fitz,
Yes.
which sounds funny because she's not a misfit.
Glenna.
But did she
Right.
ever have a family? Do
So
we
she
know?
does.
She has a grandmother or
Well,
granddaughter because
Great,
Leary
right.
She does. We don't really ever learn about her husband, but like
never.
that. So in Outlander, you remember the boy who was possessed, and then Claire
Right.
goes to. I
That
know it
was
was her
the-
grandson or her
No,
Thomas
her
Baxter.
nephew.
It was
or
her
her
nephew.
grandnephew.
grandnephew, but but Leary is her granddaughter, so she's
She must have had
at some
kids.
point have kids. Like we
Yeah.
just don't. I don't think in this show she's not married yet. I don't believe.
Mm-mm.
But she does, however, say to Ellen when they're working on the wedding sheets that if you have any questions
Mm.
Mhm.
about your wedding night, I'm here and I will
Hmm.
answer
Right,
them. And I'm like,
right.
well, how does she know?
She may have attended other women previously,
Oh, so she was like, she's
right? Like, so like in the
knowledgeable.
know, right? Like she could have attended Ellen's mother
Yeah.
potentially before Ellen's mother died.
She just seems so much older in Outlander than,
She
like I
does.
expected her to
Yeah,
be a little bit older, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
it's
watching
fine.
the original Mrs. Fitzgibbons in Ted Lasso,
Oh,
and it's just so
Mm,
funny.
I
Like just
love
know.
her.
She's
seeing her in
amazing.
such a
She's
completely
amazing.
Great
different
actress.
context, and she's
She
amazing.
is. She's fantastic.
Yeah, I sent a message to her to try and get an interview, but I haven't heard
Ooh.
back yet.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
amazing.
but I really feel like I don't know the actress's name. I feel badly who plays the younger Misfits, but she's fantastic. She plays this role so well. I mean, with the whole like getting Ellen ready for this purity test, like I mean, they're both stressed, but she's like, "We're gonna do it. It's gonna be fine." And I mean, she doesn't hide her feelings about how
Mm,
she feels that they're making her do this, and I love
yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
And that confrontation that she has in the hallway prior to with Ned.
yeah.
Hmm.
And just it's like
Well,
the
he's looking for
slightest glimmer
information.
of like a tear in her eye.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that was well played. Like she's trying to be stoic and get the job done, but she's also very upset about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean when I remember watching the scene the first time with my husband, and I mean I was horrified and
Yes.
he was horrified, and I mean I knew immediately when Julia said egg white, I was like, oh, I know what they're trying. I know what they're trying to do. And my husband was like, I'm like, let me pause. Let me explain female anatomy. Um, but just I don't know if these were real or not. I know
Oh,
obviously a woman's virtue. Oh, Heather did her homework.
100%
Heather
purity
did
tests
her
are
homework.
real.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've
But
done
like
homework.
to have a woman first of all,
A lady.
right. First of all, right. She's a noble woman, right?
Yeah.
She's of noble blood. To go through it, number one, to go through it in public
Yes.
Right.
Right? It with like 20 people just hanging,
Including
just
her brother.
Brothers, right. Shame
Her
on
brother's
them.
her future husbands.
Gross.
I
All
mean,
right. So episode 8, A Virtuous Woman. That's the name of it. I don't think we said that. If you would like to know, you ready? Because
I would.
I did some research because I knew we'd have
yeah.
questions. In actual 18th century Scotland, a formal physical virtue test, like the one depicted in episode 8, almost never happened in bold letters.
Wow.
While chastity was heavily emphasized, the dramatic spectacle staged by Clan Grant and Clan Mackenzie relies heavily on exaggerated early modern medical myths rather than real legal or medical practice. So they said that they would always have a conversation. They'd give him a chance, which they kind of did with Ellen. They were like,
Yeah.
if you have something to say it now. The other way that they knew, which I think is probably too late, is that they knew if the bed sheets were dirty.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, that that's how they check, but you're already married by then, so I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. And they said if a woman was suspected of doing this, she'd be summoned before the Kirk session, and then spoken to. They did not perform physical or invasive medical exams. Instead, they questioned not only her but him as well, the suspected man, and they'd rely on community gossip to determine. I mean,
Great.
so
I mean, these were people who strung up women and called them witches and burned them alive. So there you
but
go.
and
then I
went
think
off of different things where they're like, oh, let's try this boiled something something and see if this does something something. They all believed in like crazy stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who you calling a witch?
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I think of like it brings me back to Outlander and thinking of Leary and like if they relied upon like the
Yeah.
community gossip, she would have like hook, line, and sinker sent Ellen up the river. So
Yeah.
like she would have
So-
done, she did declare.
It makes me feel better to
Mhm.
know that that wasn't common practice,
Yeah.
but they
God.
did say it did
Horrifying.
happen, and it makes
Mhm.
sense that the writers of this show would want to go for something kind of more
Shock
sensational,
value.
Yeah. Shock
Yeah.
value.
for sure.
The part where I mean it's to me it's just like so uncomfortable, but like that one point when Ellen's tear runs down and she wipes it away and it was like her one breaking moment, my heart broke. I couldn't
Yeah.
I-
And what's so interesting to me, though, is that, Malcolm seems to not really love that this is going on.
why
But
didn't
at
he
the
stop
same
it?
time, he's not strong enough to stand up to his dad. And he recognizes that it could ruin his relationship with his future bride. You know, and look, we know that she's not in love with him and she's already handfast. He doesn't know any of this. But
We also
I mean,
know he's going to die.
but she's got some real ammunition after this to be like, yeah, whatever I was feeling for you before, I don't feel that way anymore.
And I think that that's why she kind of knew she had to go through with all of it. I mean, I think that, I mean, obviously Julia saves the day, or
Yeah.
maybe she was going to pass the test anyway. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, these
Right.
tests are not accurate.
Right. And
Right.
that's what
It
they were
doesn't
saying.
matter.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And suffice it to know, like, would they even know that something like a hymen existed back then? Right.
Right.
Like that
Or
was
maybe the
obstetrics
poking-
wasn't common
Yeah.
medical practice back then.
Or the poking around of it caused what you were exactly
a
what you were
tear.
looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The one scene where Dougal's like, what do they use this
Right.
for? Like,
Right. Those instruments were quite gnarly looking
barbaric.
and barbaric.
I mean, they
and
look like
big
torture
and,
devices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what annoyed me about that whole scene? The guys that were doing the test, the two men,
Yeah.
they wanted her to be guilty.
Yeah.
They were like,
Mm.
they judged her like immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like they were so mean and curmudgeon-y. And I know that it's television, but well done because I hated them.
Yeah.
No.
I hate you, Jason Isaacs.
Right. I was brought
I
back.
hate you, Jason Isaacs.
It's like,
Yeah.
thank you.
I did love though when they said at that one point they're like, "Oh, well, this is going to take a little while," and she's like, "Look, like no
Right.
matter." I think she's
She's
matter.
strong.
She had control of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the other thing. Like she had to pee in front of everyone. Like that. Just I
I mean,
I
all
know.
of it. It was really, It
It's
was
so
horrible. It was
So uncomfortable.
demoralizing.
But
Right.
my favorite part of the episode though was when Brian finds out that she's got to do this test and his mom's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm going to save my wife."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, Jamie Fraser."
Yep. Going to rescue
He
my
doesn't know
wife.
what he's gonna do. He's got no plan, but he's like, "I'm gonna go
Yeah.
get her."
Well, it's like the scene in the window, right? Get your hands off
Yes.
my wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
I beg you to take your hands off my wife.
With his
Yes.
unloaded weapon.
Yes. He didn't know that.
He had no plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
like they green screened all of that. Like they just like he was like crouched in this little window.
But really,
It was such a cool scene.
it again, like back to, Claire and Jamie being very similar to their respective mother and father.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was really good.
I mean, and
But
Brian just waiting in that room when he was like, if I hear anything, like, I mean, he
Right.
would have been killed. I mean, there were so many men, but he's like ready to jump out and like rescue her or save her.
right.
So the
right.
tension of that, and then the tension of our Henry and Julia actually going to run into each other. So that was like the juxtaposition of this episode where you were just on edge for, I don't know, a half hour straight without a break.
But don't you feel so bad for Henry? He's like, he has no idea what's going on. So he finally meets up with her and he's like, oh my God, what, like, here you are. I've been looking for you everywhere, literally everywhere, right? Like I've interviewed every midwife. I've like, traveled to brothels. Like you have no idea. And she's like, all right, well, I got to go with this guy. But we'll be in touch.
Right. I'll find you. That's just like, I'll find
He's
you.
like, what? He's like, I
Right.
mean, I felt a little bad for him.
I felt really
because there was
bad
no
for
real
him.
explanation as to why she had to go.
Right.
Right. But
Yeah.
the good part was it gave him enough angst, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, for when Archbug walks around the corner
Oh,
and he's like, he looks like he's seen a ghost. He's like all bewildered, and Archbug knows that he's having
Yeah.
these night terrors, and so he knows he's like seeing his wife, and so he played it really well to play it off, to be like,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of
Um,
perfect.
Yeah.
And
And
the
then
way it
the
ends,
smile
though-
on his face when he's walking out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
Malcolm's
mean-
like, oh, it's so nice that you're so happy for me.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
I wonder if the news about Grant dying, the Laird dying, Isaac? Yeah, right.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if that news had come like 20 minutes earlier, would Malcolm have called off the virtue test?
I mean, I'd like to believe that he would have, but I don't really think he had like a big enough backbone to like he was just kind of going along with this. Like I was a little disappointed.
He doesn't have the chutzpah, if you will,
Right.
to challenge the social norms the way that like Ellen does, the way that Jamie does.
Yeah. And you can
Um,
tell that Archbug hates the relationship that's going on between Malcolm and Henry
Oh,
right now.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Completely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really, I mean,
A lot
Jodi
of
said it. I
action.
mean, these are some really good episodes with a lot
Yeah.
of action. A lot of things happen. And then at the end, you've got like what like so Miss Fitz is like, wait, you've been here before? Like, how are you coming in? Because Julia's like, I'll just go the same way I came last time, and she's like, huh? You've been here before? Like, what is going on? And then she figures it out, and I love that she like takes that tartan and she's like, don't come back if you care about her. Don't come back. And I don't disagree. Like she's just trying to protect Ellen.
Yeah.
Right.
But I thought it was a good way to like end the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how she was like, did Murtaugh do this to you?
Yeah.
It's like better not be him.
Better not be
Right.
him.
Zip that boy if that's the case.
And
Yeah.
all I kept thinking was, if Burton knew that she said that, he'd be so happy that Lady Ellen knows who he is. That's all I could think about.
Poor Marta.
You know, did your kids ever play that game Among Us? And
Yes.
it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
video game, right?
Yeah.
And you see all the little players like going around each other. I wish that at one point that we had an aerial view of Castle,
Castle.
Of the castle, like
right? And all four of them, and wondering
Yeah.
like how many times they passed
like
each
the Marauders
other.
map
Right.
in Harry Potter.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Where you could see like Julia was walking underneath Henry in another like floor,
Right,
you
yeah.
know, like, and you're like, oh, Just meet each
Right.
other,
Right, exactly. Just please meet up already.
Yeah,
No, that
yeah.
they really it's so interesting because I just finished the book The Women, and not to take
Oh,
us,
I love that book.
not right, like, not amazing book, like, and not to take us
That's
off.
going to be a movie, by the way.
I know, I'm excited. And not to take us off track, but there were parts of that book, oddly not the first half, but the second half, that actually made me really uncomfortable. And it is an artistic choice of a showrunner, of a writer, to make the viewer uncomfortable, to like pull and create that tension. And if you don't like it, they've done their job.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna watch episodes 9 and 10 together. Is that the plan? I think so. And then we'll report back, or are we gonna separate them? Maybe we'll discuss
Mm.
offline based on timing and how much
TBD.
time, because we're starting to
Right.
run out of
We're
time.
getting
I
close.
know we are getting very
Getting
close.
close.
Yeah.
Close.
A couple of things happen. There's a 92Y event going on with all four of the main cast members of Blood of My Blood, and Meryl's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
That's the day before. So it's September 17th in New York
the
City.
night
They're
before
selling
the?
tickets. And for
And
those who go in
streaming.
person, they're going to do a sneak preview. They're going to premiere
The episode.
The episode.
Mhm.
Now, did those tickets go on sale?
They
Yeah,
are.
They
they're on
did.
sale.
They're on
You can
sale.
buy it.
And there
Okay.
is the streaming option, but you're obviously not going to get to see the
The
episode.
episode,
That's
you're
why
just
it
gonna
You're
starts
just going to
late.
see the
panel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I wish I could make that work, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
I'm going
But
to try. I'm going to try. I
should.
don't know if I can,
Represent us.
but
Please do.
I'll wear our t-shirt. I'll
Mhm.
try
You
to get
should.
there.
You should. And then I'll
And
be
then I'll-
going to the Outlander concert on September 30th at the Count Basie
oh,
Theater.
nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
I
Yeah.
think
still-
I can go to that now.
Could you please come?
I
I'm going to
think
wear my costume.
I'm going to go.
You should.
You'll be filled
Oh.
with incredible FOMO if you don't go.
I know. Wait, I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at my calendar really
It's
quick.
supposed to be really beautiful,
I'm sure.
like really heart-wrenching.
I think
I
the
think I
only
can go
reason why I
too.
didn't buy the tickets originally is because I didn't know when back to school was, but I'm pretty sure it's not then.
It's not.
Right.
Oh, although I don't know,
Same.
because I
Same.
don't know about high school.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I can go too now.
Yay.
Okay.
Wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm going in Boston October 10th. So,
Oh, good. Okay.
Nice.
yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for discussing these episodes with us. As usual, if you have any comments and you'd like us to, I don't know, do a little more research, I can do that too. I wonder what my Google search looks like now after I was like 1700s
Purity
Virtue
test.
test.
testing
You're gonna get
virginity.
weird stuff on your Instagram. I'm
Yes,
just
you
saying. You're
Uh,
gonna get stuff.
Well, now that we're talking about it, we're gonna
I know.
get too.
Yeah.
Right.
They're always
Awesome.
listening.
All right. Well, thank you for watching the Outlandish podcast. And we would love to have you back as we get closer to season 2 of Blood of My Blood. And anything Outlander and Scotland related, you can always check out the Outlandish Heather Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys. And nice to see you ladies finally
Good to
again.
see you
Yay,
too.
we're back.
We are so back.